What up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. This what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. If you have my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue Josh or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
All right. Never fear. I am here. What is going on, people? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What's going on? What's up, people? We are here for yet another day. Another day. Let me put some notifications out and let the people know that we are live. I don't think that YouTube is going to give a damn about us in terms of notifications. So we're going to have to do our own. Hold your line. Hold on 1 second. Let's put some notifications out. I wasn't supposed to be here today, but the hurricane, we'll talk about that in a second, curtailed the first half of my trip this weekend, but I'm still going out of town in the morning. I'm going to start the second half a little earlier so I can miss a lot of the storm. We'll talk about that in a second. But how is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? All right. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Those notifications are out. We are here. And we're ready to talk about some things. Listen, we got a very extensive we have a very extensive sugar spike segment. Oh God. Let me say hey to y'all. Really, Aquarius? That's the first thing you put in here. No hello. No hey, El Teddy. No how y'all doing. No what's up, pupils. You just roll up in here cussing us out. You roll up in the chat, Aquarius. The only real sign cussing me out. Really? You just gonna cuss me out like that? Mentioning that woman. Hello to you too, Aquarius. The only sign. That's why we only give you Aquarius is about a week to do what you need to do. That right there explains why Capricorn season has to go from about December 22nd all the way until Valentine's Day. Because Aquarius just don't need a full season. Capricorns are too great of a sign not to have an extended season. And then Aquarius is, they only need about a week. Hey, Diamond Pearl Jim, how are you, my love? Volvo, hey, Cookie. Hey, Cassandra. Oh, boy. You too, Cassandra. Hey, Therese, what's good, my love? How are you, sweetheart? TJ, what's going on today? Brown Mama. Listen, Brown Mama, it is out there storming. Do you hear me? It's been storming all day long, Brown Mama. I mean, I'm on the north side. And so up here on the north side, baby, listen, it's been storming all day long. And then tomorrow morning, I got to get up and drive. We'll get there in a second. Hey, Terica, what's going on, sweetheart? Looking lovely as ever. Ravine, my crimson and cream queen. Angela, what's going on, sweetheart? Sharice, I got some news from the left coast, Sharice. The left coast, California, made it into the dossier today twice. Mm-hmm. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper, Diamond Pearl Jim, you say you got notifications? Okay, good. Xavier, how are you today, sweetheart? Chow. You got your mimosa making French toast for dinner? French toast for dinner? You one of them people who like breakfast for dinner? Angela, I don't like breakfast for breakfast, much less breakfast for dinner. Cha. Hey, Jeannie. Jeannie, at this point, I don't even care. She should have came out and said that if that was the case. I don't even care no more. It's easy to say that now that you done been getting drugged and dog walked up and down the internet streets, and now all of a sudden it was a scam. That's just like the people who say they were hacked and they weren't. Child girl. Anyway, Aquarius, I love you too, girl. You go roll up in here. Tell about that woman cussing at me. You know I can't stand up. Hey, Tracy W. What's good, my love? We weren't supposed to be having a run your mouth today, Tracy W, but yet and still. Here I am. Let's see. Hey, Jen Bunny. What's going on? You say I don't care for breakfast for breakfast unless I was drinking, but for lunch and dinner, yes. Oh no, 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 no. I don't like breakfast at all. I don't do breakfast. I don't like breakfast food. I don't like breakfast. Yeah. The only good thing about breakfast is bacon. That's it. That's it. It's the only good thing about breakfast, bacon. Anyway, if y'all ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat. Like I said, we have a very, very, very extensive sugar spike segment in the dossier today. Hey Tanya Boo. Tanya, you see how much rain we getting, Tanya? It is a nasty day out here today, Tanya. Tanya, it's been storming all day long. I was out in it earlier today, getting rained on earlier today. It's just a nasty day, just real nasty. It is real nasty. And that's not gonna help that the ground is getting saturated just before this storm come up this way. Child, it's gonna be a mess. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and get this party started. And we starting right here. We're starting right there. That's exactly where we're starting. We're starting here with our coverage. Hey Harold. Hey Harold. Hey, 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 hey. Hey Ronald, what's going on, sir? So we're starting with our with the weather update. So Hurricane Helene has formed. Hurricane Helene is slated to throttle, is slated to throttle the Florida coast. And yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, they are saying it's slated to be a Cat 3. However, the they said that they are they're lowballing it because it's just an estimation, but they are really thinking it's probably going to be a Cat 4 and maybe even higher. But it is slated to slam into the Florida Panhandle, hitting my friends up in the Tallahassee area, the Sop Choppy area, somewhere around there, Perry, Florida, Sop Choppy, in and around that area, just around the Big Bend area. Now, this is a little north of the exact Big Bend. This is once you kind of get around, like soon as you get like Perry is right there at the, when you get to the northern part of the Big Bend, that's where you get hit Perry, Florida, and then you keep going around, you get to Sop Choppy, and Sop Choppy, you go maybe 20, 30 miles inland and you start hitting Leon County and Tallahassee. So now they're saying that it's about to start moving very quickly. They're suspecting if it's Cat 4, that means it has wind speeds, I believe it has to be over about 130 or so. So we're talking catastrophic levels. Tallahassee, that and the reason that I'm saying that is if you live or have ever lived in or around that area, the Panhandle of Florida has a whole canopy. Okay, there is a lot of trees in that area, ton of trees, a big thick canopy, and they are not used to that amount of weather in that area. So that doesn't bode well. If you look at the sheer size of that storm relative to the state of Florida, let me make it a little bigger for some of y'all so y'all can see. Look at the size of this storm relative to the size of the state of Florida. The storm is bigger than the state. The storm itself is larger than the entire state of Florida. And right now, this is the storm at a category 1. It is slated to get much stronger, but it is still slated to be just as big, wide, and expansive. So if you have people in the Florida Panhandle area, check on your people, make sure that they are prepared. South Georgia You are not out of the cone of death. Doom, doom, doom. They're saying that the storm is going to move so quickly that South Georgia will still probably get Cat 1, if not Cat 2, um, gusts and possibly sustained winds. So even South Georgia, they're saying it could still have tropical storm speed when it gets as far north as Atlanta. That's how quickly they expect the storm to be moving. So you're talking and once you start to get into central and north Georgia, they are not built for any amount of tropical system, which means if it is still at tropical storm speed in Atlanta, Atlanta infrastructure is not built for that. That means major power outages to millions and millions of people in that area. So we'll monitor the situation, but it is this is something of note. If you are in, and they said with the size of the storm, it doesn't matter if you're in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, or Tennessee, you will feel the effects of this, and North Carolina. The entire Southeast is going to feel this. That's how large it is. So prepare yourself, brace yourself. Sometimes even if you get outer bands, there are tornadoes and cyclones within the outer bands at times that can also cause loss of power. So prepare yourselves. Make sure you charged up all your chargers and all of your devices. Those people who know how to prepare for hurricanes, you know what to do. Make sure all your ice trays are filled. Make sure you put your refrigerator on the highest and coldest setting, I should say. Make sure, even for those people, old school, you fill up your bath, you clean out your bathtub, you fill your bathtub with water, because that water might be needed at some point. So just all of the things to do, make sure you have your water and everything prepared. But this thing is coming. If you are in the Southeast, it will affect you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, even if it's just light rain. But those people in the direct path, and some in the indirect path, yeah, you need to be prepared. Harold said he's got a tropical storm watch, and he's all the way over in Alabama. So Atlanta needs to be prepared, because they are saying that I'm telling you, Atlanta is not prepared for this type of weather. They're not built for this. Most storms, by the time they get to that far inland, it's just a bad rainstorm. But now we're talking a storm that could just not be a bad rainstorm, but we're talking the wind that goes along with that. And we're talking probably major power outages. We're talking millions of people that could lose power. So be prepared. Don't get caught off guard. Yeah. You flying to Tampa on Friday? Check with the airlines, because you may not be able to get out of Atlanta on Friday. It's slated to be in Atlanta sometime on Friday. So depending on, you may not be able to get out of Atlanta on Friday. Now I'm slated, that's for you, Terica. I'm slated to be in, I was supposed to be in Valdosta tonight until Friday morning, and then Friday morning I was driving down to Daytona, but my Valdosta event got canceled because of the storm. So now I'm going to get up early in the morning. I'm going to go down to Daytona and be at Daytona like a day early, and I'm going to skirt around. I'm going to go east. I'm going to leave here, go east on and go I-16 to I-95, and go Jacksonville route. And that'll be easier for me to travel tomorrow morning. As I make my way to Daytona, and I'll be there until Sunday night. So that's what's going on. Lil baby, make sure that you are texting me over the weekend and keeping me informed. You are right there in the line of fire over there. I know you're a little west, Lil baby, so you're probably going to be on the clean side of the hurricane. However, it's slated to go straight through Tallahassee. So, I'm gonna and you over there west of Tallahassee. So I'm gonna be looking for you to keep me updated on how you faring over there in the Panhandle, and stuff like that. All right, little baby, make sure you text me and stuff like that because I need to make sure you are right over there. So yeah, they did say they do plan to privatize everything. Yeah, she a biggin. I'm just saying. So yeah, a little bit. Everybody in the direct path, and those of you, especially in the members only chat, and many of you all in the members only chat, y'all have my number and stuff like that. Make sure y'all hit me up and y'all let me know y'all good and everything is good. Hey to everybody that came in. I see some of y'all like Lovely 31 Blueprint, Jeannie, and some Crazy Homebody Girl. Some of y'all came in while I was talking. Spicy Original. Hey to y'all, Ronald, everybody that might have came in. You say you off from work today, tomorrow, and tentatively, yeah, I can imagine. So listen, most people in Florida are going to be hunkered down starting tonight. It's going to be tomorrow. Florida's going to get the brunt of it. Friday, they're saying it's looking like Georgia will get the brunt of it on Friday. So let's be prepared. It's going to be a wet weekend for those in the southeast. So brace yourselves. And that is our weather update. Check on your folks. And with that, it's time for Larry. Larry, we're ready. Larry, bring it on, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience. I bring to you Larry, the great Larry Myers, to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So long, I want to fight. That he gave, his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. So it's time for us to give you your daily updates from the campaign trail, and update you on all things going on 2024 presidential election. So, we have Vice President Harris and former President Trump. They are campaigning. Vice President Harris is back in Pennsylvania. Hell, she might as well have residence in Pennsylvania at this point. And former President Trump, he is in North Carolina. Former President Trump, there's nothing you could do about North Carolina. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Ain't nothing you could do about that. That's a lost cause, okay? Anyway, new polling is showing that Vice President Harris is surging amongst likely voters 35 years of age and younger. 35 years of age and younger, that would be millennials as well as Gen Z. So we're talking younger millennials and Gen Z. Because if you're 35, that means you were born in 89. So that's the second half of the millennial generation. And the and all of Gen Z. So she's surging amongst those voters. She leads Trump 52 to 40 in recent polls there. So that's good to know because Joseph Robinette was trailing real bad. The other big political story of the day is the report coming out about Trump's first assassination attempt and the the report coming out from the Secret Service, and it's quite scathing. It's quite scathing. I mean, we're talking major dereliction of duties, major finger pointing. Um, you know, the right hand don't know what the left hand doing. Nobody's in charge. They're even they're even talking about the fact that Secret Service agents are being asked to work extra hours and overtime to which they're not being compensated for. And that's why some people be like, well, girl, I ain't getting paid anyway, so it is what it is. I mean, that the fact that the Secret Service is complaining that y'all want them to work, put themselves in harm's way, and not get compensated, yeah, that might be a problem. Because if I ain't getting paid, I'm not giving you my full throated, unfettered work ethic. Girl, I'm gonna do the bare minimum. Girl, just be glad I'm here. I ain't getting paid for this. And you can't be asking these people to do the things that you want them to do, and these people not getting paid. That's a problem. They're also saying that they're very, very, very understaffed. Everybody's just not running up to become Secret Service. First of all, it takes time to become a Secret Service. You can't just Secret Service is not an entry level job. Like you don't roll up out of college or roll up out of certification and be like, oh, I'm going to be a Secret Service. No, you have to have experience. They don't just take people off the side of the street. You got to really have worked your way up to Secret Service. So they're understaffed, underpaid, being asked to be at more things. Yeah, and you have presidents now that are trying to do unorthodox things or make demands on Secret Service. Oh, I want to go to this place, and the Secret Service may be saying, "Hey, that's not a good idea. We can't really secure that." And you have some of these politicians say, "I don't care. I want to go. Make it happen." And they're like, "Well, girl, we only have that many people, and the scale of which you want us to have you secured in that large of an area or that easily accessible area, it's just hard to do." And yeah, it's hard. There's also a scandal within the Secret Service where an agent is now on leave over alleged sexual misconduct against one of Kamala Harris's staff members. Hmm. Yeah, a Secret Service agent is on administrative leave over alleged sexual misconduct against a staffer for Kamala Harris. And that was confirmed by news outlets today. The incident allegedly occurred during a trip for advanced security planning in Wisconsin. Here's what a Secret Service spokesperson said in a statement. Quote, the U.S. Secret Service Office of Professional Responsibility is investigating a misconduct allegation involving an employee. The Secret Service holds its personnel to the highest standards. The employee has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. End of quote. When asked about the incident, a spokesperson for the Office of the Vice President said in a statement that, quote, the Office of the Vice President takes the safety of staff seriously, end of quote. They went on to say, quote, we have zero tolerance for sexual misconduct. Senior Office of the Vice President officials were alerted by the United States Secret Service about an incident involving an agent and informed the United States Secret Service initiated an investigation. The Office of the Vice President will not be releasing further information, end of quote. This is in addition to the fact that we talked on Red, Blue, and Black last night that not only that the vice president's office was in Tempe, Arizona, was shot up Monday night. There was another shooting at the same office last night. So we're talking 2 nights in a row that the vice president's campaign office in Arizona was shot up. So, yeah. Hey, Gabby. Um, but listen, that there's a very long, extensive, scathing report on the Secret Service and that mishap with the first assassination attempt on the president. Um, see what else I'm missing. Hmm, 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 hmm. I think Tim Walls says he will be attending the University of Michigan versus University of Minnesota football game this coming Saturday. They'll probably have him on the sideline somewhere. I'd be surprised if they'll have him call. They might have him do a ceremonial calling of the first play or something like that. Have him on the sideline with headset. That'll be real cute though. But yeah, Kamala Harris is expected to be in Pittsburgh today, giving a wide-ranging economic speech on her policy with regard to the economy. We'll see how that goes. That's all we got from the campaign trail today. Let's keep moving because the sugar spike segment is extensive. Lieutenant Governor Jabba the Hutt, Mark Robinson, is yet in the news again. He's saying that he's going to hire a law firm to investigate the false smears in that scathing CNN report. Let me read this real fast. North Carolina Republican gubernatorial candidate Mark Robinson announced it hired a law firm to investigate the false smears in the CNN report that outlined the candidate calling himself a quote black Nazi, end of quote. Robinson's campaign said on Tuesday it hired Banal Law Group, a law firm based in Northern Virginia, whose partner Jesse Banal had worked for former President Trump and his campaign. Quote, as I've said from the beginning, the claims from CNN are salacious lies. I will not let these attacks distract us from sharing a better future for our state. And I'm glad to be able to bring Jesse Banal and his team on board to investigate where and how these false smears originated. End of quote. And that's a direct quote from Jabba the Hutt himself, Mark Robinson. He went on to say, quote, I am confident that the Banal Law Group will have no stone unturned, will leave no stone unturned, and enable us to use every legal means to hold CNN accountable for their lies. In the meantime, my campaign remains laser focused on the issues at stake in this election. End of quote. What campaign, sir? Sir, you don't even have a campaign staff. Every goddamn body quit. Who the hell back there? You and your wife? That's it? Because I want to know who this staff is. And the Republican Governors Association announced that they stopped giving you money on Monday. The Republican Governors Association that spends money to help Republican candidates get hired as governors, they announced that your the time period of them funding your campaign expired on Monday. All of your senior level staff on your campaign has now retreated with their tails between their legs. Donald John is spending his second day in the last 3 or 4 days in your state today and will not mention you. Everybody is leaving you as if you are a leper with the plague. But you want to tell me that you're continuing with this campaign. Where the fuck are you getting the money to hire this law group? Because the Banal Law Group, for those who don't know, you have to be in the wealthiest of wealthiest to be able to get them on the payroll. Hey, Montrez, what's good, bruh? I'm just saying, sir, you are fooling yourself. Sir, I need you to get a grip on reality for me. Please, I need you to really get a grip on reality here, okay? Sir, it's over. Let it go. Go away, crawl back in your little deepest, darkest repository, and go back to a life of porn. Go back to your life of porn and call it a day. I'm just saying. Diamond Pearl Jim says she don't even think the Huts claim you. I'm just saying. Sir, these people, they are just ridiculous. Sir, we have nothing else for you. Go with God. So, speaking of Secret Service, well, there's reports that an armed man ran up on President Obama, ran up to his SUV. An armed man rode up on former President Obama's SUV. It's being reported that Barack Obama came within inches away from an armed stranger in a Hollywood alleyway. In another lapse in, duty or dereliction of duty by the Secret Service. The Secret Service is taking it all over the place. Like the Secret Service is right now, the Secret Service is taking it just every which way below. They're like the little white girl sitting in the middle of a circle of 8 black dudes on a Brazzers video. Okay, you just taking it in every hole. You just taking it all over the place. Okay, ciao. Apparently, this happened last weekend, but it didn't get a whole lot of coverage. They said that President Obama was sitting in the back seat of his SUV Saturday around 7:30 outside of a restaurant called Mother Wolf. And that's when an armed man approached his vehicle and his capacity as a security guard for a bar mitzvah going on upstairs from the restaurant. A Secret Service said they spoke to the armed guard who asked, TMZ said they spoke to the armed guard who asked not to have his name used. And he says he went downstairs to check the scene because someone told him it appeared federal agents were outside and they didn't know why. He says he walked out in the alleyway from a staircase, looked to the right, and saw 2 men who turned out to be Secret Service agents. Then looked to his left and saw a black SUV with Department of Homeland Security plates. He snapped a photo, assuming it was some dignitary, but had no clue it was President Obama until he got closer to the passenger side and looked into the back seat to see the former president using a laptop. Now, wait a goddamn minute, Secret Service. Y'all let this man who was armed roll right up to the SUV. Nobody has eyes on the president. Nobody's looking to, former president. Nobody's looking to see. Let me make sure everything is clear. The man was able to snap a picture and roll up on President Obama. That's what my uncle used to say. My uncle didn't say Obama. He used to say Obama. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, this man it looks like he didn't have nefarious reasons for rolling up on Obama. He was doing security for a bar mitzvah going on upstairs. But the fact that he was able to roll up on former President Obama unscathed so easily is beyond my level of comprehension. Let me continue going on with the story. The man says he panicked, realized he was armed, and could be taken out by Secret Service at any moment. Really? You think? So he quickly walked away from the SUV and out to the street where he said hello to the agents. He describes them as being startled to see him. This is a goddamn shame. He turned around, walked past Obama's SUV again, and walked back upstairs to the bar mitzvah. Then, about 30 minutes later, he says his boss asked him to hand over his credentials and his license to carry a concealed weapon for the Secret Service. Everything checked out, and everyone went back to their jobs at hand. Barack's daughters, Malia and Sasha, joined him later for dinner at Mother Wolf, but the security guard says what happened was, quote, definitely a security lapse on their part, that there was no one on the backside of the SUV nor covering the stairwell, end of quote, which he used to approach the SUV. He adds that he easily could have tried to open the door had he been someone trying to harm Obama. As for the agent's actions that night, he says, quote, I think they were obviously embarrassed by the situation, end of quote. A mess. Now, a rep for the Secret Service did contact TMZ. They said, quote, the Secret Service cannot provide details on our means and methods of protection, but we can confirm that at no time were any Secret Service protectees in the vehicle while the individual was walking down the alleyway. These claims are inaccurate. The photo in question was upon departure and not during the alleged incident. End of quote. However, TMZ has spoken with an eyewitness who tells TMZ the armed security guard approached the window and observed Obama inside using a laptop. And because the guard was armed, he quickly moved away from the SUV. So they said they saw somebody else who saw him looking in the. This is a mess. Secret Service, y'all need to do better. Y'all need to do better. This is getting serious here. This is getting real serious. You have 2 assassination attempts. Now, I don't care for Sun-Kissed Man, but I don't think that we should have assassination attempts happening like at the rate that we have them happening. You should not be having someone running for president, whether or not I like him or not, having assassination attempts on him. Multiple. We shouldn't have multiple times that a Harris campaign office is getting shot at 2 times in 2 days. Now y'all telling me over the weekend, because y'all let this slide under the radar, nobody knew. It's fucking Tuesday. We just finding out about this shit. That some man just rolled up on Obama, and because he decided he was a good guy and said, yeah, let me back up out of this. Imagine if he had been somebody trying to do something. He could have took Obama out. This is a mess, y'all. The man had a whole, when the man said he had a picture, hold on, let me show you the picture that the man took. Hold on. Because y'all think I'm making this up. Let me show y'all the picture. That's the picture right there. That's the picture that he took. That's the picture. Like, we got real shit going on out here, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we got real shit going on out here. And all of these lapses that we keep seeing out of the Secret Service, I can't help but think if, at a certain point, we're going to have to start to question, is this willful lapse in judgment or willful dereliction of duties? Like, we have to ask these questions because it's ridiculous at this point. Like, it's really ridiculous. It's really ridiculous at this point. I just don't understand. I mean, you're right, crazy on body girl. It's a mess. A damn mess. Just a damn mess. They're not going to be happy. I told y'all yesterday, they're not going to be happy until something horrific and tragic happens. They're not going to be happy. They are not going to be happy until something quite horrific happens, which is unfortunate. I wonder, they took the agents from Obama to cover Trump, that they only have so many agents. They are short 1,300. Yeah, well, they said they were short staffed. They said that they are short staffed. And I'm sure they're being asked to do some things that because Trump, did do things like, I want to go this place, I want to go that place. And some of these places are very difficult to secure at the level that you want them to be secured. I just pray that we can get through this election season and get to inauguration day and through inauguration day without something horrific happening. I just really hope so, because this is not that I'm just saying, this does not make us feel good. This gives us a very uneasy feeling. At least to me, of course. I don't know how y'all feel, but it gives me an uneasy feeling. Listen, what if Michelle had been in that car? And what if something had happened to our forever First Lady Michelle? I promise you, we don't fuck off about Michelle. We will burn this whole fucking country down about Michelle. Y'all fuck around and let something happen to Michelle. Fuck around and let something happen to Michelle. See if we don't burn this fucker down. I'm just telling you what I know. Y'all fuck around and find out. We'll burn this whole bitch down about Michelle. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just saying. We will fuck you hoes up about Michelle. I mean, we love Obama too. But Michelle, oh bitch, we will fuck you up. Let me move on before I get triggered. So, just to mix in a little of what's going on. Listen, y'all. Listen. We talked last night briefly about what's going on, and over there in the Middle East, it's getting bad, y'all. It's not getting any better. You have the leaders of Egypt, Jordan, and Iraq, all three leaders of not Israel, Egypt, Jordan, and Iraq. All three of those leaders of those countries, they wrote a joint statement and warned that Israel is pushing the region toward an all-out war. They using the language, language saying, quote, that they quote, condemned the Israeli aggression on Lebanon, end of quote. They have put a letter out saying this is not good. They are on record saying that Israel is wrong, and Israel is pushing the region toward an all-out war. I mean, see, what happens is you have Jordan, Egypt, and Iraq. What happens is if anybody in that area goes to war, everybody has to go to war at that point, because there's going to be, somebody's going to have a casualty, or there's going to be collateral damage where a missile strike, haphazardly hits, another country, or hits a base belonging to another country that's outside of its borders, or affects, that country in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So you end up having a whole clusterfuck going on, and that whole region and area will end up in war. Benjamin Netanyahu is on record saying he's about to start hunkering down. He had planned to visit New York, and he says he's now delaying his trip to New York because of the recent strikes on Hezbollah. Let me help you understand something. You now have countries like Syria that are having to put systems in place to help displaced Lebanese people who have nowhere to go. They say since yesterday, almost 696 Lebanese and 7,850 Syrians have crossed into Syria through the Jadet Yabous crossing on the Syrian-Lebanese border. The deputy governor of Rif Damascus told Damascus-based Sham FM radio on Wednesday. It's getting crazy. It's getting real crazy. The several other state leaders from around the world are decrying, listen, this can't happen. Everybody sees what's going on here. This is the precipice of what could be World War III. You have everybody out here saying, hey, this shit got to stop. Gaza was one thing, and they were giving these soft, we decry what Israel is doing to Gaza. They shouldn't be doing that. That's awful. But let us go back to our regularly scheduled programming. Gaza is one thing. Now you're over here attacking Lebanon after you've already attacked Iran twice. And so everybody sees what's about to fucking go down. Hey, Complex 613. Everybody sees what's about to go down. And now you have people being much more vocal about it, saying, hey, bruh, this shit is serious. We really got to stop this now. I even heard John Kirby, who I told y'all I can't stand that bastard John Kirby. I cannot stand him. Oh my God, I can't stand John Kirby. Anyway, he's over there saying, listen, we believe that we need a ceasefire. Now, matter of fact, not only John Kirby, but Antony Blinken is on record saying, listen, we are sending people over there to negotiate a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah because this cannot go down, because they know you starting a war with Lebanon, claiming that this is a war against Hezbollah, that would be akin to saying, we're going to bomb the United States because QAnon is over there and we are fighting QAnon. So we're just going to bomb areas in the United States and hopefully we get to the QAnon people. Because guess what the United States is going to do? The fuck you mean you bombing our country? Nope, bitch, come get some. That's what we have going on. And for all of these people saying that Israel has the right to defend itself because of a nefarious terrorist group, even when you're talking about what they did to Gaza, I just want to paint the picture of what we have what Israel is saying. What Israel is saying is we have a nefarious rogue terrorist group in this country, but we're going to indiscriminately just bomb the shit out of this country, right? Because we're trying to attack this nefarious group. Like I said, it would be like them saying, oh, the Proud Boys are over there in the United States, and we got an issue with them. So we're just going to start bombing areas within the United States where we know the Proud Boys hang out. This has nothing to do with the United States, but everything to only do with the Proud Boys. That doesn't even make sense. Because by you bombing areas within the United States, killing innocent civilians, that is a declaration of war to that country. And I don't give a damn who you say you're going after. This shit is getting serious. Samara, this is gonna be much worse than Afghanistan, Iraq war. This is gonna be much worse. I could see this being much worse. I could see this being much worse. This is getting serious, y'all. And like I said to y'all yesterday, many of us have family members, loved ones, people we care about that are active members of the military that are now going to be thrown in harm's way for a war that doesn't even involve us. A mess, just a mess. Yeah, this is, and now you are now threatening and to go to war with countries that have nuclear weapons. Remember, Terica, they don't already, but Iran has already said we're coming. We just ain't gonna tell you when we coming, but please be clear, we're coming. Iran has already said we coming for that ass because y'all have already. Israel has already gone on the attack against Iran. Remember, they bombed an area in Iran that where they thought that's where Iran's nuclear weapons were, and Iran said, "No, bitch, that ain't where I shit at. It's somewhere else, stupid assholes." And then that's when Iran fired all of those hundreds of missiles over there. And told them, yeah, we're firing missiles because this is the warning shot. We know y'all gonna shoot a lot of them down, but this is the warning shot. Next time we won't warn you. Hey, Angela. I mean, so now we're talking Iran, who has nuclear weapons. We're talking Israel, who has nuclear weapons. Several other countries nefariously, secretly have nuclear weapons in the area as well. This shit is getting dangerous, real dangerous. Well, see, that's the thing, Chimera. Allegedly, according to U.S. Policy, the only country over there that has the right to defend itself is Israel. If I'm going with what they're saying, Israel is the only one that has the right to defend itself. I'm just saying. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. We really got to monitor this situation, y'all. I'll keep you posted, but I definitely wanted to let you know that the countries in the area have already condemned Israel and what they've done. I'm just saying. Well, we'll keep going. In the great state of California, there was an explosion today. And 2 people were injured in a California courthouse today. It happened this morning at around 11:45 a.m. Eastern, 8:45 a.m. 8:45 a.m. Pacific, but 2 people were injured in that explosion. There were 2 reported injuries, and police immediately cleared the scene at the Santa Maria courthouse. And there are reports of 2 people having non-life-threatening injuries. 1 adult male was detained in connection to the detonation, according to the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office. The law enforcement agency's public information officer Raquel Zick said, quote, "The explosion was from an intentionally set improvised explosive device," end of quote. Um, now there's let me just check. But I haven't heard a lot since earlier today on it. Well, hold on, I got another update. Hold on. Now that 2 has gone up from 2 to 5 people that they say have been injured. Now they're saying 5 people are being treated at Marion Regional Medical Center. And that's according to the hospital spokesperson. This, like I said, the suspect has been detained. And that happened at a courthouse in Santa Maria, California. Yeah. Like I said, that's really all the information I have on it. I didn't I'm just checking to see. Um Hold on, let me see if there's another report on that. Now they're saying 6 people, and this is 12 minutes ago. Now that we went from 2 to 5, now there's 6. Do we have 7? They said 3 people are in fair condition, 2 are in good condition, and the condition of the 6th person is unknown. But yeah, very little is trickling out in that area about the situation. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the ground. I'm sure every level, local, state, and federal level, is investigating. But yeah, that happened this morning. And there's still a lot of and how much have you heard about that all day? Very little news is going out about this right now. Very little news going out about this. For my people over there, where's Sharice? Sharice, are y'all getting a lot of information from over there in California about this? I know Sharice is over in that area. Because even as I search a lot of my sources of truth, very little information. Sharice says she didn't even hear about this, and Sharice is over there in California. Ronald says a man tossed the IED into the courtroom. He screamed that the FDA is poisoning 900,000 a year. This is getting serious. We are now seeing in our country the stuff that we would hear on the news and say, "Oh, that's the stuff you hear happening in across the world in some other countries over in Europe, APAC, EMEA, and stuff like that is now happening right here." Being covered up. They ain't telling us nothing. Nothing. Tracy W says she in Northern California and she heard nothing about this. Well, well, this is happening. This is real. It is really happening. So, like I said, very little information is being given out. Now, my question is, how did he get into the goddamn courthouse with a bomb? You say now they talking about it, Sharice Child. A mess. A mess. This story right here just incensed me. Just completely upset my spirit. Now I got to show y'all the video for this. There's video for this that I have to show you. Let me cue the video. Please don't play a commercial. Please don't play a commercial. And we have commercial. God damn it, commercial. Lord. Damn commercials. All right.
A protester from the group Central Florida Queers for Palestine is alleging that an Orlando police officer forcefully pushed them to the ground during a separate incident following a protest against Israel strikes in Lebanon and Gaza Lamia Mukadam says the group was walking to their cars after a protest that police described as peaceful, when a counter-protester who they had encountered earlier started yelling at the group. Mukadam started recording the encounter on their phone when an officer pushed them to the ground.
You see that I get shoved so hard, both feet come off the ground and my head hits a tree. At this point, we're not attempting to resist, we're attempting to survive.
The video from the moment shows Mukadam pulling out a phone to record, and from there the situation escalated into a clash between police and protesters. Orlando police said in a statement that they're attempting to keep the parties separate and prevent a physical altercation in the interest of safety for both parties, and that a use of force investigation is underway.
We are here because my family's being harmed.
Orlando police confirmed that 8 people, including Mukadam, were arrested in connection to the altercation.
Put your hands behind your back.
What do y'all want from me? What do y'all want from me? So you have Queers for Palestine peacefully protesting, mind you, peacefully protesting, right? These people are peacefully protesting. You got one white woman who's a counter protester, right? One white woman. You see the police doing everything in their power. Now, these people is not even bothering this white woman. They are peacefully protesting. But this white woman who you saw in the video was yelling and all kinds of stuff, right? And the police doing everything in their power to protect this one white woman who appears to be the antagonist in the situation, but knows that she has the full protection of the police department, while the peaceful protesters are allegedly the bad guys and they haven't done anything. And because that white woman who was antagonizing them didn't like the fact that that peaceful protester said, well, I'm gonna get you on video. And what did you see the cop do? You saw it like I do, like I saw it. I don't need to explain. You saw what happened. You pushed that girl so hard, she literally was shoved into a tree and hit her head into the tree. And then you ceremoniously arrest her afterwards. But y'all tell me it's no problem with policing. I don't know what y'all want from me. I just report the stories. That's all I do. I just tell y'all what's going on. I'll let you all make your own judgments. We got to move on. Let's go back to the great state of California, because California, I guess, is going to be in the news today. God. Well, 7 former employees of Executive Recovery Group, a California-based rehabilitation center, have filed a lawsuit accusing the company of fostering a deeply hostile work environment. Law and Crime reports. The plaintiffs, a diverse group of nurses, aides, and health technicians, alleged that they endured months of racial, homophobic, and anti-Semitic abuse while management looked the other way. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court claims that Nazi salutes, white power symbols, and hate-filled language were commonplace at the facility. One supervisor, Jay Lapido, is accused of making homophobic comments about Michael Zamaron, a gay Puerto Rican man, and one of the plaintiffs. In a team meeting, Lapido allegedly said that Zamaron shouldn't help bathe rehab residents, claiming that his sexual orientation might make others uncomfortable. Quote, this beautiful Puerto Rican homosexual shouldn't be bathing rehab residents. End of quote. That's what Lepido is alleged to have said. He also allegedly compared Zamaron unfavorably to a white straight colleague, describing the white straight colleague as looking like Captain America. The lawsuit alleges that Lepido also said that he didn't want Zamaron to be, quote, accused of touching the male patients inappropriately, end of quote. The complaint outlines a discrimination timeline beginning in mid-2023 when Executive Recovery Group's new executive director, Aaron Thorley, took over. Thorley allegedly fired 2 Hispanic managers and replaced them with her white colleagues, including a man with known ties to a white nationalist group. His affiliations were reportedly no secret. He displayed swastika tattoos, and multiple employees involved in the group were hired and promoted over more qualified staff of color, according to the complaint. In addition to racial and homophobic harassment, Jewish employees reported anti-Semitic comments, including remarks about the facility's owner being, quote, cheap, end of quote, because they were Jewish. According to the complaint, Black clients were also treated more harshly than their white counterparts, often facing expulsion from the program for minor infractions, while white clients were allowed to stay even after more serious rule violations. The plaintiffs are demanding compensatory damages for emotional distress and lost wages, and as well as punitive damages. Get them people their money. Get them people their money. A mess. Trigger warning. I'm just telling you now. This is a trigger warning. I'm telling you now. Do not say that I did not warn you. This story may trigger you. It is maddening. This story is so maddening. I need to have Larry circle back and help us again, because I know this is going to spike you out. Larry, please come. We need you again. We need a second round, Larry, before we do this story.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So long, well, I want to fight. Daddy gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
The only reason that I bring this story up and I go through it is thank you, sweet 7-pound, 3-ounce baby Jesus, that there is a happy ending to this. Thank you, God, that there's a happy ending. We'll start with the happy ending. I'm going to read the article. A state grand jury in Orangeburg, South Carolina, has declined to indict a Black woman in South Carolina who faced murder charges after losing a baby during childbirth, in a case that has become a flashpoint in the national debate over restrictive state laws governing reproductive rights. Amari Marsh, now 23, was a junior at South Carolina State University when she went to an Orangeburg area hospital complaining of pain related to her second trimester pregnancy. After several hours, she left the emergency room, and later that night, the fetus was ejected from her body into the toilet at her off-campus apartment on March 1st, 2023. At a hospital the next day, she was questioned by police who did not indicate to Marsh that she was being criminally investigated. But 3 months later, she was arrested and charged with murder/homicide by child abuse and spent 22 days in a local detention facility where she was initially held without bond and faced 20 years to life in prison. I just got to rock back and forth, y'all. Hey, Monk Chip. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. I just got to rock back and forth. The felony charges stemmed from her failure to remove the baby from the toilet as advised by a 911 dispatcher, according to a sheriff's department report. Hospital staffers had told Marsh she was pregnant and that a fetal heartbeat could be detected. When she lost the baby in the toilet, Marsh said she was scared, freaked out, and confused. After her then boyfriend called 911, the EMS dispatcher, quote, kept telling me to take the baby out of the toilet. I couldn't because I couldn't even keep myself together. End of quote, she said. Emergency responders who rushed to her apartment detected signs of life and tried to save the infant, but she died en route to the hospital. Marsh later received the child's ashes. An incident report filed by Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office on the day she lost the pregnancy noted that in January 2023, Marsh had made an appointment at a Planned Parenthood clinic in Columbia, South Carolina, quote, to take the Plan C pill, which could possibly cause an abortion to occur, end of quote. The report didn't indicate whether Marsh obtained or took the drug. In a later interview, Marsh denied going to Planned Parenthood or taking medicine to induce an abortion. The warrant for her arrest on June 2nd, 2023, alleged that not moving the infant from the toilet was, quote, a proximate cause of her daughter's death. The warrant also listed respiratory complications due to a premature delivery stemming from a maternal chlamydia infection as a cause of death. End of quote. Marsh says she didn't know about the infection until after the miscarriage. Marsh was held without bail until a $75,000 bond in June, until securing a $75,000 bond in June. Last month, a state grand jury that reviewed the case declined to indict her. Thank you, sweet 7-pound, 3-ounce baby Jesus. According to Marsh's attorney, what was being alleged is not what the evidence showed. It's our position that she lost a child through natural causes, end of quote. Now, her attorney insisted there was no evidence that abortion drugs played any part in the death of the fetus. South Carolina's First Circuit Solicitor David Pascoe, who prosecuted the case, said the case was never being tried as an abortion or reproductive rights case, but over the question of whether Marsh failed to render aid. He said he respected the grand jury's decision that there was no probable cause to proceed with a criminal trial. The case drew the attention of anti-abortion groups around the country, with some posting Marsh's mugshot alongside blog posts accusing her of infanticide. Marsh's action, this is what we got going on. They posting the woman's mugshots next to fetuses and saying that she's perpetrator of infanticide. This country is deplorable. This country is a fucking wasteland. Let me just say that before I read any further. I'm spiking out. The entirety of this whole country is a fucking wasteland. Marsha's actions during her pregnancy loss were supported by many reproductive health advocates locally and nationally, including the Women's Rights and Empowerment Network in South Carolina, which partnered with Pregnancy Justice to organize a letter of support from advocates who oppose the criminalization of pregnancy outcomes. In South Carolina, Black women are 67% more likely than white women to experience pregnancy-related deaths, and nationally, Black women are about 3 times as likely as white women to die during pregnancy. Quote, there's no rule book on pregnancy loss, and Amari did nothing wrong and never should have been charged. The state's justification of its charge that Amari waited a whole 10 minutes to call 911 underscores the fact that being pregnant in America is in and of itself a reason for suspicion, especially if you're Black. End of quote. And that's according to Pregnancy Justice Legal Director Karen Thompson. The case shows how pregnancy loss is being criminalized around the country, especially in South Carolina. I can't go no further, y'all. This is a lot for me. This is a whole lot. First of all, if the child came out of this woman, right? You do realize that this woman probably had excessive bleeding. This woman probably had, an insane amount of pain. She ain't at a hospital with an epidural. She ain't somewhere where they're feeding her copious amounts of painkillers to, not feel the pain. The woman had a whole fetus ejected from her body. There was probably an ungodly amount of pain, an ungodly amount of blood that had left her body. And instead of you being concerned about this woman's health and well-being and whether or not she may not black out or pass out or be in some other irreparable damage or harm, you're like, why didn't you immediately call 911 with your fingers, with your hands filled with blood, with the blood of yourself and your fetus all over you? You in a damn bathroom. We ain't even got to the emotional and psychological toll that has on you when you just ejected your unborn fetus into the toilet. And y'all's first response is, bitch, why you ain't called 911? What? We saw the same thing. What was that up in Michigan? We did that story a few months ago where the woman had to go to trial. Remember the story with the lady who she went to the emergency room and they sent her home, and when she went home, she ended up miscarrying, and the fetus was in the toilet, and they sent her to trial because they said she shouldn't have let it stay in the toilet. I think she flushed it or something like that. I don't know. But what my point is, all of these pro-life people don't give a damn about someone's life. They give a damn about having control over Black bodies, having control over women's bodies. This is a fucking mess. Hey, Tacos and Tequila. Hey, V. Carter. I mean, I can't even imagine what her body was dealing with in the midst of that going on. You said, why you waited 10 minutes to call 911? Bitch, because I was on the floor of the bathroom trying to get myself together because I'm writhing in pain, because blood is still exiting my body in copious amounts. Like, I just can't. I really don't understand. And yet, this is why I don't negotiate with these terrorists that I like to call them. These people telling me that I need to be considerate. Why am I vote? Why would you? What has Kamala Harris done to garner your vote? You need to vote for Donald Trump. I don't negotiate with these idiots because we got shit like this going on, and we got the other side okay with this, promoting this. This is why I don't get into conversations with those people. Like, you have the physical toll that this had to have taken on her body, which is unfathomable, and then the mental toll. Like, I can only imagine to this day, she probably has permanent psychological damage from that situation. I can only imagine. But y'all first thing is, oh, you took too long to call 911. Really? I can't do this with you, with these people. I cannot do this with you people. A mess. I gotta move on before I spike out. I feel myself spiking out. Y'all see, I'm rocking back and forth because I'm trying not to spike out. But I am praying. I pray for the soul of our country, because left to itself, we see this a lot. Stories of this are happening all the time, and y'all see every time they put somebody in a courtroom, it's always a black woman. It was a black woman with the story we looked at. I think that was in Michigan, where they had her in the courtroom. It's a black woman here. A mess. I told y'all we had quite a few sugar spiky moments. I apologize. A Missouri cop abruptly grabs a woman's phone during a traffic stop and allegedly made copies of intimate photos of said woman. That's the headline. A pair of lawsuits have been filed against a Missouri cop accused of stealing nude photos from women he stopped for alleged traffic violations. In the latest lawsuit, filed Friday, a couple identified as Jane and John Doe seek $25,000 for invasion of privacy and emotional distress after a Florissant, Missouri police officer allegedly took the woman's phone by force after a 2024 traffic stop for a broken tail light. The woman says she complied after the officer told her she needed to provide proof of insurance on her phone. After she unlocked her phone, the officer, identified in court documents by the pseudonym Joe Smith, because y'all don't want to give his name. This is the same state that just murdered an innocent man last night. But let me keep going. Officer Joe Smith abruptly grabbed the phone without her consent, retreated to his police cruiser with the phone, according to the lawsuit. He remained in his car for 10 minutes before returning the phone. She was not charged for the busted taillight, mind you. In July, the woman received a visit from FBI agents who asked her to identify a printed, enlarged photograph of a naked woman. She was shocked to see the picture was of herself, which was intended for her husband's eyes only. Agents told her that the Florissant officer had saved other nude photos of the woman. The police officer, who has since been fired, was, quote, voyeuristically viewing naked photographs of both her and her husband, end of quote. Then used his own phone to take pictures of both of their new photos. And that's according to the lawsuit. A married couple and a minor are the alleged victims in a separate lawsuit leveling similar accusations against the police officer. That lawsuit alleges that, quote, Florissant has received complaints about Officer Joe Smith's inappropriate behavior in the past and chosen to retain him. End of quote. In a statement, the Florissant Police Department said they were, quote, deeply concerned by these allegations and want to assure the community that we take any claim of officer misconduct very seriously. The safety of everyone in our community remains our top priority. We hold employees to a high standard of integrity and expect them to treat every member of our community with dignity and respect. End of quote. The FBI and the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office are investigating the officer's actions. Police say he is the only Florissant officer involved in the alleged crimes. What do y'all want from me? What do y'all want from me? I don't know what y'all want from me. How he got access to the phone, tacos, and tequila? A lot of insurance companies don't send insurance cards anymore, physical cards. What they do is they will send you an electronic card or tell you to access it from the app, and you have to show the card on your phone. And so they unlock their phone to show him the card, and he snatches their phone and go in his police car and take the picture. Who's just calling me from California? A mess. Hey, Uncle Jay. Today has been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot today. I apologize. Let's go on. Finally, we can go into the dossier. Somebody go find Tracy C. Where's Tracy C? Tracy C, if you was in the bushes, fall out the bushes. Girl, we got a story. Y'all thought my girl Mariah Mills was the one for you? Oh, no. Mariah Mills ain't got nothing on this one. Oh, you typed that message before I read the story. Oh, okay. Oh, no, they didn't give them the phone, Brown Mama. He snatched the phone from them after they unlocked it and went and got in his police car. A mess. A mess. Yeah, what happens is they, unlock their phone, pull up the insurance card, show him the insurance card. He snatched the phone and go in his police cruiser and start going through your phone and taking pictures. Well, she still is going after that boy, little baby. But we got somebody that's going to put Mariah Mills to shame. Oh, y'all thought Mariah Mills was that girl? Honey. Girl, well, let me put this name out there. Meet Destiny. Do I have Destiny's last name? I don't think I have. I don't think I have Destiny last name. Oh, I don't think I got her last name, y'all. Yeah, I'm looking at the whole article. It don't even got her last name. Hold on. Let me check one more thing. Yep. We don't have her last name. That's fine. You'll be Destiny. Her name is Destiny, y'all. Destiny is out here doing her big one. Why? Because Destiny has children by Geno Smith, Josh Jacobs, and Eli Apple. All three being current players in the National Football League. I don't know what y'all want from me. The woman says she had to do her big one. The woman said she needed to secure the bag. She said one ain't gonna do it because maybe his career ain't gonna be long enough. She went and got the second one. I don't need 2 NFL players. No. 2 ain't good enough. Give me 3. Not 1 NFL baby daddy, not 2 NFL baby daddies, but 3 baby daddies in the NFL. I mean, listen, I just say you go get a baby daddy from each of the 4 major sports. You go ahead and complete the bingo card. Get you a couple NBA players. Get you a couple MLB Major League Baseball players. Get you a couple NHL hockey players. Complete the set. I mean, and hell, Major League Soccer don't want no parts of that. Hell, we could go WWE. We just had the Olympics. I'm sure it's some track and field stars, some swimmers. I mean, you can go around there to the badminton team, maybe a couple boxers. I don't know. Where do we end Destiny? Where does this end Destiny? Destiny done got her back blown out by all 3 of these NFL players. Now, I ain't judging you, Destiny. I am not judging you at all. Baby, you listen. Mama, if you want to go out here and secure the bag, right, Complex 613, the PGA don't want no parts of it. Okay? The tennis circuit. You know, my boy Tiafo kind of cute over there. You don't want to get no parts of him? I'm just saying. You know, table tennis, volleyball. I don't know. Rugby, right? NASCAR, Formula One. Lewis Hamilton is fine as hell over there. I mean, and got a whole lot of money. Child, girl, Destiny girl, Destiny. Tracy, you see what's going on here? Girl, she said, Mariah Mills, you ain't got shit on me. Girl, hold my beer. Let me show you how this shit is done. You over there worried about just 1 NBA player, Zion Williamson? Nah, bitch. I got 3 NFL players. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Whore, what you got? I'm here for it. Tracy, we need to follow Destiny. Now, we don't know her last name. I don't know what her last name is. But here's how she spelled her name, kind of like the Dasani water. That's how she spelled her name right there. We need to go find her. Tracy, we need to go find her. She is currently got 3 baby daddies. She got Geno Smith. She got Josh Jacobs, and she got Eli Apple. All 3 current NFL players. I'm just saying. Why stop there? Water polo, diving. You know, it's a lot of sports out there, Destiny. We want you to be successful. We need you to achieve, honey. Girl. I don't know. Destiny. Can I hold stuff? Because I know you ain't hurting for nothing, honey. I know you got all kinds of money. Let me hold something, Destiny, okay? Other than that, ma'am, go with God. Let me cue this up. Because Lord God help us, God of mercy, God of love. Hold on, let me cue this up. Hold on.
They call them freak offs. But you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
Let me rewind it. Hold on.
They call them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
You heard the man. This is a simple Costco run. The man say he don't care about no 1,000 bottles. He said Puffy just happened to be down there to the Costco. He got a big house. Baby, if you got a Costco card and you see they having a sale on a few pallets of baby oil, let me go ahead and get these few. I have parties. I have freak offs. I could use these bottles of baby oil. Puffy just happened to be down to the Costco. As much as I'm to believe that Puffy got a Costco card, but girl, here we are. Here we are. Puffy got the Costco card, or was it Sam's Club? Is Puffy a Costco girl or a Sam's Club girl? I just want to know. Puffy be out here buying in bulk. The man said, have you looked in the parking lot down to the Costco? The people be out here buying thousands of bottles of baby oil. Puffy ain't the only one with baby oil. Baby oil goes a long way. And when listen, the man went down aisle 19. He went down aisle 19 and saw, oh shit, they got a sale on baby oil. I could buy this whole pallet of baby oil for $100. Man, let me go ahead and get this pallet of baby oil because that's just commonplace. We just buying thousands of bottles of baby oil when we lead to Costco. Put a 27 in the chat if you have a Costco card. I just want to know who got Costco cards so I can ask y'all a few questions and have y'all come to the whiteboard. If you got a Costco card, I just want you to put a 27 in the chat. I just want to know. Oh, you got a Costco card, Monk Chip, Ravine, Samira. Y'all around here buying pallets of baby oil. I just want a Diamond Pearl Jim. Is you rolling out of Costco with hundreds, if not thousands, of bottles of baby oil? I'm just saying. When you went down aisle 33 down to the Costco, do they be having baby oil sales? I want to know. I'm just trying to find out. I don't have a Costco card. Maybe I need to get one. Lord. I'm just saying. Tanya said, you know I'm a Walmart girl. Mr. Sam Walton over here. Tanya said she ain't got no Costco card. My girl Tanya is a Sam's Club. Don't play round. I mean, do they have it at Sam's Club? Do y'all be having, a sale on? Let's go buy this good pallet of baby oil. That's what the man said. The man said, y'all need to hear the man. Hold on. Because y'all need to hear the man. The man said, do I need to play him again? Or did y'all get the drift? The man sounds very rational. You hear me? The man said, listen. The man said, listen. You don't see what these people roll out of Costco with. Don't be acting like this something, just something out of the ordinary. Roll up down to the Costco, okay? I need to run it back? Okay, hold on. Let me cue it back up, honey. The man said, don't act brand new, okay? Y'all done seen what these people roll out of Sam's Club and Costco with. Don't be looking at Diddy like he's some freak.
They call them freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
The man said Puffy was round here just having a regular threesome. Why y'all out here trying to act like this man is round here, you know, doing something nefarious, or as if he's doing something that the ordinary person don't do? The problem is y'all minds is in the gutter. Y'all done been down to the Costco and to the Sam's Club. Y'all done seen the people walk out of there with thousands of bottles of baby oil. Baby oil. Baby oil. Stop playing with him. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just saying. Just like y'all exaggerating with this thousands of bottles of baby oil, y'all exaggerating with the amount of people that was at these freak-offs. The man was just having common threesomes. It wasn't dozens and dozens of people there. Just a casual threesome. Let the man live. Okay. Baby oil. I gotta move on. Oh God. Can I just not do this story? Y'all know my thoughts on this woman. Y'all know how I feel about this woman. Y'all know I can't. Can I just skip this story altogether, y'all? Please, if I can skip this story, put a 27 in the chat. If I gotta do this story, put a 1 in the chat. Just let me know. I just want 27 if I can skip this story. A 1 if I got to do this story. Y'all know how I feel about this woman. Y'all know how I feel about this woman. Oh, my dear God. Oh, my God. Like, my ass is already itching. I'm just gonna read the headline and go on because I don't have it to do with this woman. I do not have it to do, and y'all know I'll spike out real. Y'all know I'll spike the hell out. Issa Rae says she's never working with Amanda Seales again. That's all I got. She said quote, the person I would not work with again, anyone who goes on a podcast and talks shit about me. End of quote. And we knew who she was talking about. I'm not going into detail because if y'all make me focus on this woman, I'm a dog walk her ass. I'm a dog walk the shit out of her ass. I done drugged this woman, Amanda Seales, many, many, many times over. Y'all know I can't stand Amanda Seales. And y'all know I will dog walk her ass. I will. I won't even think twice about it. I won't feel no kind of way. Y'all will feel a kind of way. Y'all will be calling me all kinds of horrible things, a horrible person, and you so wrong, L. Teddy. But y'all know a lot of y'all have been around here where I've had the monkey stomp her ass. I'm not. I don't have the energy. She's not worth my energy. She's not worth my energy. Ma'am, go to hell, Amanda Seales. Go to the bottomless depths of the ninth level of hell. You raggedy ass. Oh, let me move on because I almost called this woman something. Oh God, it keeps going from bad to worse. Oh God, it keeps getting worse. Almost as equally as much as I can't stand Amanda Seals, I can't stand 50. Now my disdain for 50 ain't as bad as it is for Amanda Seals, but it ain't that far off. Netflix has tapped 50 Cent to produce a docuseries on Diddy's sex trafficking and abuse allegations. Netflix is teaming up with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson to produce a docuseries exploring the serious criminal charges and allegations surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Directed by Alexandria Stapleton, the series will delve into accusations of sex trafficking, racketeering, and assault that have surfaced against the hip hop mogul in recent months. 50 Cent and Alexandria Stapleton spoke with Variety magazine, and in a joint statement, they said, quote, "This is a story with significant human impact. It spans decades and goes beyond just the headlines." End of quote. The project aims to give a voice to survivors while shedding light on the complex and dark side of the music industry. The producers are also emphasized that while these allegations are disturbing, Puffy's story is not representative of hip hop culture as a whole. I don't care no more. First of all, a docuseries is supposed to have a certain level of journalistic integrity. And you expect me to believe that you wanted petty ass 50 to do this documentary and have him have some form of journalistic integrity about how this is put together? Girl, I'll buy it. Now, I'm going to watch it. Let's be clear. But I know there'll be some gratuitous things in there. There'll be some overly salacious things in there. There'll be some things, some truths that may be a little fudged, for entertainment purposes. This is not a biopic. This isn't just a story that you're telling. This is a docu-series, meaning it is based on real facts. Okay? And y'all expect that from the likes of 50. Girl, I guess. I damn guess. I damn guess. Oh, listen. Tracy already found Destiny and put her in the members only chat. Shout out to Tracy. I knew my girl Tracy was gonna be on top of it. We already done found Destiny. Shout out to the members only chat. We're gonna go to the members only chat and discuss it further in the members only chat. Shout out to the members. Tracy girl, we done found Destiny. Bitch. Woo. You wonder if they're gonna talk about freak meals? Not freak meals. Not that you done called this man freak meals. Girl, the fact that Siberia, you done called this man freak meals. You know, 50 gonna talk about everything because he petty like that. He petty. The man is petty. He real petty. He's super petty. Tracy, you know I'm finna go comb through this woman's social media to see what we can find out about Miss Destiny. Child, girl. Anyway, y'all, listen, that's all we got today. We are done. We are done for today. I wasn't even supposed to do a run your mouth today. I did hear from Really B says she's not going live tonight. She says she is not going live tonight. So that is an update. You are not late. Because you know Ravine will be ready to run around there and say, I made y'all late. Really B says she ain't going live. Ravine. So you ain't late. Oh, she deactivated her account conveniently. How convenient is that? Girl, that ain't her only account. When you're that big of a thought, oh, you have several accounts. Please be clear. She on the account that we don't know about. That's what she on. Oh, she's still on social media. Please be clear. Anyway, y'all, I got a long weekend ahead of me. I do not believe that I'm going to be able to go live before Monday, so y'all got a long weekend. If I can pop up, I will. If you see me, look for me. And if you don't see me, don't look for me. Why are you in it? Because every time you go over there, Ravine, you be trying to snitch on me. Child. Girl. I wonder if I know Destiny, since I believe she's in the Miami area, ain't she? It's your birthday tomorrow? Well, everybody put a happy birthday in the chat for Ravine, since I ain't going to be here tomorrow. Happy birthday, Ravine. Child. Girl. We about to get out of here. I need to go pack. Dear God. I had to get on the road early in the morning. Early in the morning. Don't forget, those of you all directly or indirectly in the path of the storm, please be vigilant. Please prepare now. Is now or never. Now is the time to prepare. Check on your loved ones if they are in the Southeast, because all of the Southeast will be affected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Happy freaking birthday to Ravine, our Crimson and Cream Queen. Ravine, the Crimson and Cream Queen. We love her. We love her. Happy birthday, Ravine. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. I thank y'all for being here with me today. I'm going to go enjoy the rainfall outside. You know, I'm listening to the rainfall. I ain't going to get in the rain, but I'm going to enjoy listening to the rain outside while I pack. I'm going to check up on this good storm, and I'm about to chill out for the rest of the night. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out. Love y'all.